Hi everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. Thanks for tuning in. Today we are making Salli Murghi. Now this one is an absolute favorite with the customers who order from my kitchen. And it's such an easy recipe. I really didn't understand why I haven't done it so far. So here we have it, Salli Murghi as you like it. So first, let's start by just switching on the hob here and get the oil nice and warm. And then can we gravitate back again? Here we have around 4 pieces of chicken boneless thighs. Now this recipe is for 2 people. And what I have here is some ginger garlic paste, 1 teaspoon of it with some red chili powder, and mix it just to marinate it. Now ideally if you could do this like at least an hour in advance would be great. But if you can't let me last minute, that's fine too. This is just to kind of flavor the chicken, really. I'd really advise you to again use a lovely broad bottom pan because we are going to slow fry these onions, and it's important that you use something heavy base so your onions don't stick. So now on a medium flame, the oil has been warming up, around 100 ml, you don't want a lot of oil. And first we're going to just temper it. I've got like 4 cinnamon sticks, around 5 to 6 cardamom cloves, and this is an important ingredient for Salli Murghi and Jardalu Magos, and it's star anise, and that actually is the one that imparts the flavor that you need. So let's put it in, and you can hear it sizzle immediately. Give it a nice half a minute to do this, and in this bowl I've got 2 large finely chopped onions, so I'm going to add these in. Give it a stir. Make sure all your onions are coated with the oil. This is where the trick is. The longer you leave it to brown and cook, the better the taste of your dish. So what I typically do is get this going first and just keep monitoring it while you do other things, and let it slow cook for a good half an hour at least. You saw what I did earlier, and this is what I did this morning. I let these onions cook very slowly for half an hour, and they are lovely and brown and caramelized. And this is exactly what your onion mix should look. Okay. So the next thing to go in with the onions is our masalas. Now we saw that I already marinated the chicken with 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste. So here's another 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste that will now go in with the onions and fry a bit. So let's stir that in and cook it for at least a minute. So these are the masalas that will go in now. So you've got 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of cumin powder, and 2 tablespoons of Parsi sambar. Now Parsi sambar comes in many different forms. You can get this from the kanya, and this is the one that will really enhance the flavor of this dish. So please try and get this where you are. So let's add these powders in now. It doesn't really matter which order it is. They all can go in together. That's no problem. Let's give them a good mix. And also let's fry them for at least a couple of minutes with the onion. So we fry the initial masalas for a couple of minutes. I'm now going to add 1 teaspoon of garam masala and a 2-inch piece of jaggery. There it goes, and let's again cook this for another minute or so. So we must ensure that this is cooked on a very slow flame. We are now going to add the tomatoes, and I'm taking like 4 medium smallish tomatoes, and I'll finely chop them. So this is precisely the color I want for my onion and masala mix. The browner and darker it looks, the better your chicken will look as well. It's time now to put in the tomatoes. So let's put all of these in. I will now raise the heat to medium. So the tomatoes will gently stew with the onions and break down completely. I'm really pleased with the way this is looking. And I like to keep the tomatoes in first before I keep the chicken. For this very reason is so that I can just gently mash the tomatoes with the back of my spoon and make it a very thick mixture. ready to put the chicken in now. So here we go. And you're welcome to even keep boned chicken pieces up. The last few ingredients ready to keep in. So I've got my hot water, I've got some malt vinegar, and I've got my salt. And I've turned the heat up to high. The chicken is browning with the masala. But before I put the water, I'm going to put a teaspoon of salt, and obviously please do adjust it to your taste buds. I tend to use Cola's vinegar because for me that has the best flavor. 2 tablespoons of your vinegar, and then later you can always balance the sweetness and the acidity again to your taste buds. Last but not least, I'll keep some water, and I'm going to keep at least a glass and a half. I really want to keep the sauce nice and thick, but you can keep again as much as you like if you like it more soupy. There we go. Everything's in the pan. All we have to do is wait and cook. Boneless chicken doesn't really take long to cook, so I would give it less than 10 minutes on a medium flame. But before that, I'll wait for it to just boil and then cover it with a lid and then turn the heat down and let it simmer away for 10 minutes. The fact that this dish is called Salli Murghi is because it contains salli in it. And this is the bit you don't have to cook, you just have to warm it up. Now I tend to use this brand of salli from India because it's the best. And I've tried many different types of sallis, and I know some of my friends love the really thick cut salli, but we at home like the fine barik salli. They also call it like nylon salli, I'm not sure, but this is the very finely cut salli. And all you have to do is just literally pour it out from the bag like this in a bowl, put it in the micro for a minute. Is ready, and the good part is you get to eat some and try it. Now, okay, we're ready to now open up and spoon out the murghi. That looks delightful. Time to put the salli over the chicken, and I like a lot of it. I don't know about you, but I just kind of have the salli as if it's rice. Now this dish can be eaten with rotis, parathas, naan bread, even rice. I'm going to tell you exactly how it is in a minute. It's spicy. It's sweet. It's tangy. It's chickeny.
Really?
And I just love the salli bit. So, right. I'm so happy to have shown you how to make Salli Murghi because, like I said before, I thought I had already done this vlog, and to my surprise I haven't, and I really don't know why I waited so long. So, thank you for letting me know that it wasn't there in my list of vlogs. And I shall see you again some other time. Till then, keep eating and keep coming back to Del's Kitchen. Bye!